Today we will learn about taxonomic hierarchy and the species in detail. The taxonomic hierarchy consists of all the taxons laid down in a sequence. So this sequence can be either ascending or it can be descending. I have placed this in the descending order. This sequence is in descending order. Descending order. Descending order means it begins with the kingdom on the top. Kingdom on the top, then phylum, then class, order, family, genus, and ending with the species. So species is the last level or the last taxon. And kingdom, which is the first level, it is the most diverse. All the organisms, the animals and plants of the kingdom, they are phylogenetically diversified and not closely related to each other. And the members of the species, they are closely related. They belong to a common gene pool. They have a common ancestor. The members of the species, they are also interbreeding. Their offsprings are fertile. They produce fertile offsprings, the members of the species. So this was a descending order. If I would have placed in ascending order, then I would have begun with the species on the top, then followed by genus, family, order, class, phylum, and ending with the kingdom. So in descending, kingdom is on top. In ascending order, the species is on the top. So this sequence just get reversed. So now coming to some more examples of species. Examples: Panthera leo, Panthera tigris, Panthera pardus. Panthera leo, this for the lion, and because I am writing it down, so we have to underline it separately. Panthera tigris is for the tiger. Panthera pardus is a scientific name for leopard. So these are the three examples. The Panthera is the genus, the Leo, the Tigris and the Pardus. These are the three species coming under the genus Panthera. So these are the three examples, and now all the members of the lion, Panthera leo, all the members of the Leo species, they are closely related. They have a common gene pool, common ancestor. All the members of Leo, Tigris, Pardus, they are interbreeding and their offsprings are all fertile. Sometimes what happens is that the members of two species, like the Leo or the Tigris, they both can also breed amongst each other. So when members of two species interbreed, they produce hybrid. So hybrid is a result of a cross between two closely related species. Members of Leo breeding amongst themselves is common. Same is for Tigris, Pardus or any other species. Examples of hybrids. One is a mule. Mule is a hybrid of cross between a donkey, a male donkey, and a horse. A female horse is a product is mule. Another one we can take Jenny. Jenny is a cross between a horse, a male horse, and a female donkey. So Jenny and mule. So both these hybrids that are produced, they are produced in nature. They are produced naturally, but they are both infertile. Both mule and Jenny are infertile. Now, looking into this was the first example of case of a hybrid, and another case of hybrid we can take over here. So this was one case. Another case, a hybrid is a lion, tigon. We can take tigon. Tigon is a cross between a tiger and a lioness. And another one, liger. Liger is a cross between a lion and a tigress. But both these tigon and liger, both of these, they do not breed naturally. They not breed. This hybrid is not a natural hybrid. So this is not a natural hybrid. This means they are bred in captivity. They are bred in captivity, and also because they are not natural, they are bred in captivity. So whereas we saw that the mule and Jenny were infertile, the tigon and liger, the females may be fertile. They are mostly fertile. Males are infertile. So this is a sort of 50% fertility in these hybrids. The fertility rate of tigon and liger is 50% because the females are fertile, males are infertile. So this was the details about the species. Now in the next video, we will be learning about the rest of the taxons in detail.